Welcome back, Frontier Pilots. I'm Phelan Boots, and we're back to Frontier Pilot Simulator today. My son really wants to see me fly planes, and I really want to do it for him. So, you'll notice a few things will be different. I have upgraded my VTOL a little bit. I was kind of poking around after the last episode and tried to fly across here, and to my surprise, I made it. We made it over to Mellet. There was some really good upgrades here. I got an extended battery and stronger landing gear for my VTOL. Flew down to Terra here, picked up, sold something here, picked up a person, passenger from Isoterra, another passenger from Mellet, and flew them both back here. Now we have to pick up this passenger and fly them. They want us to fly them out to, I don't know where, to be honest. Let's see if we can figure it out. This might be outside of our range. I have learned that if you fly higher in flight mode, you can fly farther, but there's also interactions with, there's a max ceiling for how high you can fly. So the ski level, I don't know what SKI or ski means. We're still figuring things out, because like I said before, the UI is janky. Let's look around in the trade map and see if we can figure out what we're going to do next. I don't want to go across those oceans. Lord. Let's go see if these stations need anything that we can provide. Batteries are too heavy for me. They do have passengers to come back. And it looks like a sandstorm's coming. Gaining a safe altitude as soon as possible. Alright. Alright, so we don't really have anything that's taking us over there yet. What about over here to Millet? Yep, that's what they want. Yeah, you can see what we picked up there. It was these extended batteries and these landing gear. And we already had these engines on our Scarab. G-type batteries. So everybody wants to come back to this area, but nobody wants to go out. So we might poke around our little starter island for a little bit longer to pass some time. All right. I still haven't sourced a game controller, so we're still doing this mouse and keyboard. The hardest way possible, I imagine. Hop on board, man. We'll fly you through this sandstorm. What's a little train flight double IMC? What's a sandstorm doing to our winds? Hard to say. We're just going to stay in VTOL mode until, I mean, it's only 4 kilometers away. You'd see down the bottom left here, my battery or fuel went from 840 up to 1300. Try to keep a nice smooth approach even in this wind. Float around a little bit. $12 under credits, not much, but we'll pick up this guy and take him wherever he wants to go. Port Estol, yep. Hop on board. Ah, there were 2 here. I'm tempted to try to do both, but they really don't give you enough time. You'll see in the bottom right, once we pick this guy up, we're on a timer, so we got 2 minutes to get him to Fort Estol. I could try to pick up both and take them both there. I forgot about the geysers. Only a little bit of damage. But yeah, if we picked up both of them, it's pretty hard to try to get both of them in that same amount of time. Your timer ticks down even as the guy's onboarding, and they seem to take their sweet ass time when they do it, so. Alright, we took some damage from those geysers, but no big deal. We did not recharge, but I felt like we didn't really need to because we got those extended tanks now. Just gonna feather the thrust on the way down. Nice smooth approach angle. Kind of make this into a right base into the landing pad. Alright, we got a gnarly tailwind, so we're just going to get it to the ground. Yep, hop off, buddy. And while you're hopping off, we will recharge. So these fluorite pearls are a real good trade. Except we don't want to fly them all the way to Spaceway. Is there a closer trade? Sometimes Bridgepoint or Ashland wants them. Alright, not today, so disregard. That's a terrible trade. Risky business. Alright, so we're all charged up. Go pick up this bozo over at the passenger terminal. And be a little impatient. Use my thrusters. My guy, do not cross the taxiways. Cut the corners a little bit. And let's go Ashland 1. That's easy enough. When we go over there, we'll see what this yellow questline passenger wants us to do. Oh. Don't push me into the tower. Additionally, while we're at Aslan, we could probably stand to repair everything. Seems like our sandstorm has died down finally. Bit of a right base into Aslan 1, turn to final. Trying to keep that constant approach angle, but it is difficult with mouse and keyboard. Nile Star Research. So where is Nile Star? Out there. I don't know if I can make that. Credits to repair, very nice. I already have all of these upgrades. This is for the ox. Alright, we can take this version across the channel. Let's do that. No, I don't want to fly that far. Yep, we'll take you. Alright. We'll pick it up to hover, turn it around, and take off. Go out this way. Keep those towers and other obstructions away from us. So I found with the VTOL mode, you need to be going slow to gain altitude, which is kind of counterintuitive. to what I'm used to. But you can see on the left here, we are above our 140 fixed wing flight speed, so this time we won't crash into the ground. Don't worry, there's always next time. Ski level is normal, whatever that means. Up. I've also noticed, like I said, the UI is janky. Your climb angle is not necessarily correlated to... So your vertical horizon is not necessarily coordinated to your climb angle. It's kind of based on where you're looking, and it doesn't exactly make sense. But jank games are going to be janky. We flew a little too high, a little too close to the sun, and fried our navigation systems. You can see they're going to be restarted in about 10 seconds. Hopefully we didn't get too far off course. Just at half fuel. We still have 2 minutes to get her there, and it's 15 kilometers away. Whee. Oh. Plane did not like that. Maybe don't do aerobatic maneuvers in your VTOL. About a quarter of a tank. I think we'll be just fine. Curious what these laser beams are. Come off the thrust. And... easy. Damn, we got 16,000 credits for that. So here at Stronce. Don't think we could make that on a 110 gas. We'd have to hit Bora and come back over. She wants to go to Isoterra too. Make like $5,000 on that. I don't know how much time she's gonna give us to get over there. We can't make it in one hop. I think we go pick up Chun-Li. Was she Street Fighter, right? We'll pick up Chun-Li and take her back, because that makes more sense with the range that we have available to us. Do have quite a bit of money now. I'm half tempted to fly through those lasers, but the same time, I don't want to fly back over here. You know, for science. So I will say, while the game is... The flight model is not very forgiving. The economics of the game are. I played around on another account and ended up crashing a lot with the next size up VTOL. And even when you go negative, you're just negative money. So you have to dig yourself out of the hole, but there's not really a penalty for it. Pick up Chudley. Oh, bonk. Actually, before we pick her up, come back here. Oh no. Fat fingered the flight button. Don't try to fly. Alright. We're gonna reset this. I swear I'm more professional than this. Alright. Let's try that again. Where's this stuff want to go? Bora. Yeah, we'll buy that. And we'll ground taxi over here to our passenger. And we'll take her to where she wants to go first. Hop on in, Chumley. Ashland Central. That's where she wants to go. A fitful wind just as we're about to take off. Well, this just gets more and more entertaining, doesn't it? I can't even get enough thrust to get off the ground. We're gonna have to go recharge. This wild wind is preventing me from taking off. I've already burned a minute and a half with her. Wonder how long this wind will last. Alright, let's take off. Much better. But honestly, not great. Good luck. I think our cargo is too heavy. Yeah, it's like slightly overgrossing us by 0.3 tons. We'll have to come back for that. Alright, we'll go pick up this other passenger. Refuel, pick up the other passenger, and then fly back to mainland, get repaired. I like to refuel first before I pick them up, so that we're not on a timer trying to refuel before we take off. My hull's pretty beat up now. Huh. See if that resets our timer. Oh, it does not. Yeah, we'll just drop her off. Yeah, good luck, lady. Alright, we're above our flight speed. Straight through the cloud. $2,000 meters. cool off. Took a little bit too much radiation again. So, we should be about to break the sound barrier. Yeah, get our shockwave going. Go real fast, as my boys would say. Made great time getting back. Turn off the thrust a little bit. And we're just going to feather it in. We almost crashed and burned. Alright, that should give us about 10 grand. 15 grand, alright. It's like a whole nother scarab. We should focus on upgrading our ship. I might have to go on a little adventure to do that. First let's repair it. But see, this is what I'm talking about as far as like the economy. Pretty easy going. 130 credits to repair my ship. And only 200 to recharge the battery. Still no upgrades that we can get here anyway. Let's pull up the map. Alright. Have everything millet. The next closest place we can go is Raglor. And it has a new economizer. I think AR mode is just the wind visualization mode. There's no need to be like flying in it all the time, so I don't even notice a difference in energy consumption with it. But we'll fly over there and see. I mean, we could buy an ox. This is the ship that I bought in my other playthrough. It wildly it's wildly underpowered, kind of like how the Scarab was when we bought it. But let's give it a go. I could try to make some money on the way out there, but I'm not fully confident in our ability to get there. But we'll try. So right now, our Scarab can climb and accelerate at the same time. And that is a lot of sun. Oof. Oh, much too high right now. Alright, so that orange bar is our... Oh, no, don't do that. Yeah, well, get back under. Alright. Now we're going to pass through the sound barrier. So I think what we want to do to fly efficiently is fly above this 2288 number, but below this 2403 number. I don't know. I'm just guessing. That's the case. Is our radar going to turn back on ever? Do we need to get below that number? Good. Alright, maybe we don't want to be in that area. Trying to just keep my VSI neutral, my vertical speed indicator, over here on the right. Alright, we stayed pretty well on course. Get back below this. That sun is brutal. I think we're on Tatooine. Pass through the sound barrier again. I don't know, man. I don't know how the aerodynamics work. That don't make any sense. And the Army thinks tilt rotors are a good idea. Let's do some repairs, shall we? I think we have a better wing than that, right? Like, our wing is... Yeah. Our wing allows us to swap between flight and VTOL mode. I don't know why I would want this. Unless I was just broke. I don't know. Let's see what new ships we can buy. I want to keep the Scarab, so we'll just buy the Firefly outright. We still have 62 credits left tonight. Like, this thing is rough. Watch as I try to accelerate and climb at the same time. Yep, okay, we're climbing, but... Or, I'm sorry, we're falling while we accelerate. We start to accelerate. We're getting up there. Oh, and we're losing altitude. I climb to gain altitude, and I lose my airspeed. It's real hard to get into the threshold to fly. Even there, I was like 20 meters per second slower than I needed to be into forward flight. We're gonna go see if we get different engines. Also, I'm going to try slowing down. Let's see if we can transition to VTOL a little more gently. We'll yaw in. Give us a little crab. Oh, coming in hot. I don't know. I don't know. We'll play around with it. Alright, so they do sell another engine. Gives us plus 20% power. We have to. These engines are garbage. These standard baseline aux engines. We'll get those replaced. The economizer... I don't really use AR mode too much, so we'll hold off on it for now. That is also 32,000 credits, which is insane. These engines look a little beefier. Also, Ooh. Ooh. Alright, I'm getting that. You can't stop me. Black, white, and red. What can I say? I like it. Let's see if we can give it a try with better engines. Ooh. It sounds beefier. And look at us climbing and accelerating at the same time. Well, we're at least leveled off and accelerating at the same time. Yeah, that power curve is way nicer. Still dive a little too much. Pulling a few G's on that turn. So I'm going to try coming in with some airspeed, which I would think would be detrimental to flying in VTOL mode. Right? I'm going to try to keep it above 200. Now I'm going to nose it up and turn it into VTOL mode. And maybe that'll float us a bit. Nope. Who knows, man? Who knows? Alright, kids. Fly better than I can right now. Right? We'll come back to this in the next episode. I'm Fatal Boots. Do the YouTube clicky button stuff if you want. That'd be cool. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.